So you are the president of the NAACP, right?
Yes.
In Compton.
Yes.
And you're a minister.
Yes.
Are you a woman of truth?
Yes.
And how do you know you're of truth?
The word of God is the only truth that we have. But man is a human man on all sides and subject to sin, subject to hate, subject to lie.
So you think that you are a woman of truth because you know how to quote the Bible?
No, I don't think I'm an honest woman because it's a lifestyle. Now, I ain't said I don't lie. Everybody lie, including you.
Do you lie?
Sometimes.
You lying now?
Not right now. Maybe tomorrow, but not right now. Try me tomorrow, though.
Who is the system?
The system is, we say white people, but they're not necessarily in charge. Even black people, they have an ideology that they're not black. There's some black people that don't like to be around black people, or there are some black people that think they've arrived and don't think racism exists. They're part of the problem too. Because some people think that black people should be a certain way, right? Some black people think, because I made it out, I don't want to come back to Compton. I want to live in Beverly Hills or another environment, but they think that I don't really like how black people live. They think, to me, you make your environment. My oldest daughter is a school teacher in Compton, but she also studied abroad in South Africa. She studied abroad in London. She graduated with honors from Clark University, born and raised in the inner city. But like you said, from her home, we taught her self-respect, self-love. Right. But when she go to school, when other kids don't have the same teaching that she do, she still have to live with those kids.
Is she afraid for her life?
You know what? That particular daughter might be. Her way of thinking is maybe she's a little more sheltered. Now I have another daughter just the opposite of her. She went to Compton High School, grew up in Compton, so she can hang with Compton, but they could go to school in Torrance.
She's more of a gangster.
Yeah, more.
And then the other girl is more of a white woman.
Yeah.
So it's not the white man then.
But my parents didn't teach me to think the way I do.
They didn't teach you to hate?
No, my parents think I'm kind of a rebel.
Right.
They think that I'm like Afrocentric, like I'm like Black Panther. They didn't teach me that because my parents are just the opposite.
Right.
They're like, can we all just get along?
Right. So why did you become so radical and you had a good father and mother teaching you the right way? What happened to you?
Because that wasn't the right way. That was the submissive, wrong way to accept whatever. The right way is to be able to stand up for yourself and to fight injustices and don't be a coward.
Did your parents teach you not to speak up?
Well, they wouldn't do what I do. They wouldn't speak up. They just take it.
But they didn't teach you not to speak up, right?
Like if I was in school and I didn't think things was right, I would say something about it. And my mom would be like, well, it'll be okay. Don't worry about it. It's like, no, it won't be okay until we make it okay.
But it's only getting worse with you speaking up rather than getting better. You notice that?
It depends on what perspective you're looking at, if it's worse or not.
You said that the injustice is still there. Blacks are going to jail.
Well,
the Mexicans and blacks are hating one another.
Right. So your perspective is, if it's getting worse because the people are still in control that is doing what they do. There are things that are allowed to happen in our community that wouldn't happen anywhere else.
That's because you people are allowing them to be that way. You're allowing them to happen.
People?
The blacks and Mexicans that live over there.
So what are they supposed to do about it?
Get out, protest it, and stop it. Be decent people and stop it. They're only doing it because the people are corrupt.
That's exactly right. And they're only doing it because they're allowed to do it. So who's corrupt? Our leaders are corrupt that work with them. Either they're corrupt or they're afraid.
Right, but they don't have to be if the citizenry were tough. But they're not tough. They're immoral. They're morally bankrupt. So if the people are corrupt, then the government will be corrupt.
Well, if the government is corrupt and the people are scared or weak.
Right, but if you were decent people over there, you would hold press conferences. You would get the attention of the media, so the media can get the attention of the public, and something will be done.
Well, I guess I'm really a decent person because I hold press conferences all the time. But just like I hold a press conference, the media may come and media may not come.
Right.
Depends on what they think is important or not. So some things that the media perception makes a big difference too.
Black Lives Matter, is that a good organization or evil?
Well, I don't think it's an evil organization. I think it's a necessary organization.
Is it good?
I think it's good. I'm not declaring that people should go around killing police, and I'm not declaring that.
But that's what they are.
All of them don't think that way.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
They don't denounce it.
Every black man.
They don't denounce it. So they're going to law. They think that way because if they didn't think that way and agree with it, they would denounce it. So all of them believe the same thing. Do you support What do we want? Dead cops. When do we want it? Now. Peace in the blanket, fry 'em like bacon. You're the president of the NAACP. Do you support that?
No, I do not.
Did you go out and denounce it?
No, I didn't.
Do you support it?
No, I don't.
Yes, you did.
And I
Why
just seen
didn't
they
you
said it,
denounce
but that's
Why
another
didn't you
group that
denounce
said it. That's not all
Why
of them.
didn't you denounce it?
Because this is the first time somebody asked me. I do not agree with that.
But
Unarmed
why
men
did
either.
you denounce Black Lives Matter?
Because they don't all think like that.
They do all think like that.
No, they don't.
Why did they denounce it then? They do agree.
Now, I don't know why they do what they do.
You're not telling me why you didn't hold a press conference and say Black Lives Matter are wrong for calling for the death of police officers. Why do you denounce it?
Because I just saw that today when I looked it up about them saying that, making that statement.
This is the first time you heard of it.
That statement in particular. Because there are Black Lives Matter in several different cities,
they
right?
all have the same mentality.
Well, maybe not.
No,
I've been at rallies for NAACP where other groups have come. Black Lives Matter, New Black Panthers, the SCLC, different groups have came together for different
radicals.
Issues. All of them are not radicals.
Yes, they are.
The NAACP is not radical.
Yes, it is.
Because you stand up for yourself does not make you a radical.
Well, they're standing up for
if you
the
don't
wrong
stand up for
thing.
yourself,
They're standing up for the wrong things.
no, they're not standing up for the wrong thing. They're standing up for systematic racism. They stand inequality, injustice in their community,
That doesn't even
lack
exist.
of jobs in their community, lack of government treating them correctly. They're not.
That doesn't
Police
exist.
brutality, racism, racial profiling. They're standing up for issues that's real in their community.
Those are illusions. Those are illusions. That's not racism.
What is it?
It's evil. If it's wrong, it's wrong.
Well,
it's
America's
either wrong,
just evil then.
It's either wrong or right. Am I white or black? Since I don't think that way.
I think you in between right now. You an Oreo.
I'm an Oreo.
you might be in between right now. What you think?
I'm black on the outside, but white on the inside.
That happens. Where are you from? That might happen.
Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, what?
You've been taught that.
Taught what?
Obey.
Obey what?
Obey the white man.
Obey the white man. No one taught me that.
Oh, they didn't teach you that?
I've never
They
taught
should
that.
have.
Why?
Because it's good to obey the white man.
I'm sorry?
It's good to obey the white man. Then you won't get in trouble. Then you won't get shot. You won't be labeled a thug. You're going to, when an officer come to you, you're going to say, yes, sir, yes, master. Or will you say, why did you stop me? Is it okay to question them?
Yes.
It is
but
okay.
You can say, why did you stop me? But do not give attitude. Follow the instruction of the police officer, and you can walk away. Aren't you concerned that, or are you concerned that this is not happening to decent black people? It's only happening to the bad ones. Have you ever wondered about that?
You have decent black men that police will target and racial profile, come to your own house. It depends on what neighborhood you live in. They may stop you. They may question you, wondering why you're in the neighborhood. That just happened in Chicago.
They thought they were at the wrong house, so they're looking out for their neighborhood.
Is that what they were doing?
Isn't that the right thing to do?
No. You should know your neighbors.
You should look out for your neighborhood?
You should know your neighbors. If the black neighbor live next to you,
but you don't know everybody that's coming in and out of your neighborhood.
But you just don't call the police and say, there's a black man with a key going into his own house.
But why not?
Because mind your business.
Wow. So you don't look out for your neighborhood?
I know my neighbors. I wouldn't think it was strange for somebody to come. I know my neighbors. Police brutality is real.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is
It's
real.
an illusion.
No, it's not an illusion.
Real. It is not real. I promise you that.
And I promise you it is real.
So you are the president of the NAACP, right?
Yes.
In Compton.
Yes.
And you're a minister.
Yes.
Are you a woman of truth?
Yes.
And how do you know you're of truth?
The word of God is the only truth that we have. But man is a human man on all sides is subject to sin, subject to hate, subject to lie.
So you think that you are a woman of truth because you know how to quote the Bible?
No, I don't think I'm an honest woman because it's a lifestyle. Now, I ain't said I don't lie. Everybody lie, including you.
Do you lie?
Sometimes.
You lying now?
Not right now. Maybe tomorrow, but not right now. Try me tomorrow, though.
So if you are a liar, how are you an honest woman? And a preacher woman?
Because God is so good, he even saved a wretch like me.
But God said don't lie.
Yeah, all the time.
No, he didn't say all the time. He said don't lie.
Oh, but sometimes you can lie.
No,
because he didn't say all the time.
No, all the time. Don't lie means don't ever lie.
Nobody's perfect but him.
No. Stay with me. God said, don't lie. And if you say you're a preacher and you're an honest woman, why do you lie?
Because sometimes I lie when I need to, but maybe that's not right. And I just say, you know what, God is so faithful to forgive. So when I lie, I say, Lord, please forgive me. And he's like, faithful to forgive.